I started playing guitar in college when I was 16, and I had piano before I learned guitar. Learned for a few years, stopped for many years before I picked up the guitar in college. It started as like a CCA, so my friend said, "Hey, come, let's join." So okay, cool, let's do this. This is my good friend, so we joined CCA together and played some classical guitar for about a year or two. Then after that, you have Nirvana, you've got Metallica, and Guns N' Roses, and all these great bands during the 90s. And got into rock, and that was really something which we all love. And so since then, from then, we just progressed. Thanks for the kind words. I mean, achievement. Comparing myself to many other people whom I know in the scene, I mean, my achievements are pretty small if compared to all the big guys in the scene. I still have a lot to learn, and everyone should have that in their minds, or rather, not minds, but in their heart. It's a passion for making music. It's a passion for playing good music, an inner need to want to improve and continue to improve, be the best that you can. Whatever I have today, whatever I've done, it wasn't a calculated process that, okay, by this year I must do this and that. Everything will just, it comes along. If it comes, it comes. It doesn't come, it doesn't come. So I'm also very glad that, and blessed to have people around me, musicians and friends, whoever, who gave me opportunities to further progress, so-called, in my career. Having mentioned, like just now, I got friends who gave me opportunities to play bigger shows and higher profile shows and gigs and concerts and stuff. That is a different platform, which when it came at that time, it was something that I looked forward to. I've always been looking forward to, and I believe that there's always a lot to learn on a bigger stage, and to learn the workings of this industry, this concert industry, how it works, and working with music directors and playing with orchestras or people from all over the world. Sometimes the bigger shows, you get to play with people from international musicians, which is actually a great experience, great sharing of experience and music. So that's what spurs me on to continually improve myself and get myself out there more. Okay, the stress level thing, right? It's really, as you progress in your music, you become more mature, you can handle stress better. Like when I first started, playing club gigs is stressful because I may not know enough songs, So as you progress, you play it more, you get more familiar with the scene, the repertoire and stuff, you start getting less stressed. Then you move up, you do a bigger show, and you feel stress. Good stress, not like tear your hair out kind of stress. You manage your stress. How do you manage your stress? Be well prepared. You just have to be well prepared, be professional, learn your parts, and of course, in terms of the music and as well as your own individual competency, in terms of your whatever scales, your reading and your knowledge of the fretboard and stuff, and learning how to interpret different music and play different music in the right style. And listen widely to all kinds of music to extract the essence of a certain genre. I mean, speaking on behalf, in the context of a session player, because you need to know different styles to play right to the genre. So that's part of the preparation process. It's an ongoing process. It's not like you get this gig, oh, I got to learn this part, I do it. Constantly you're listening, constantly you're absorbing, constantly you're learning how to fine-tune what you already know. For example, rock, blues, or jazz, or evergreen, or country even. So that's the level of preparedness. Is what helps you in times of this kind of stressful situations. Yeah, stress is a good thing, man. Stress will bring you to the top. Stress will push you to improve. If there's no stress, there's no gain, But of course, you must learn to manage your stress. Having said that, learn to manage your stress and not get discouraged or, and be receptive to, constructive criticisms, how to improve and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that's key. To the survivability, to my survivability in the scene. The worst situation in a concert is when you are playing guitar alone with a singer, and you play something wrong. Well, that kind of situations, you just have to move on and continue and keep your composure and just continue playing, and not let that little setback affect the rest of your show, because you're going to do a show, mistake done, you know. Move on and try not to let it affect you. I ever did a concert where I was soloing. It was a big guitar solo. Halfway my string broke, and my guitar wasn't a fixed bridge. It's kind of a floating bridge, not the Floyd Rose, but it's a fixed bridge, but it's floated. So one string broke, basically the whole guitar is out of tune. So you have to quickly recognize that, okay, it's out of tune. Now, how far is it out? Is it flat or sharp? You know, it's probably flat. So you got to compensate it being flat and play it like higher up to compensate the flatness of the notes, and just continue until the end of the solo. So and lucky I had a spare guitar, so after that song I kind of basically just change and use a spare guitar. So that's also preparation. You prepare for situations like this, you bring a spare guitar, so you're not stressed. If not, the whole show you're going to be very stressed. What you going to do, man? Your guitar's out, you can't change the string on stage. That's going to take a long time. The level of preparedness, it's really the key. As compared to my time, for me, we had some, but it's just cassette tapes, and you know, we didn't have access to like music scores. Everything we have to work it out by ear, like transcribing songs, transcribing solos by ear, and we didn't have a lot of money. So at least I didn't have a lot of money then, so I couldn't buy books. You know, Yamaha, combo shop, you know, books, or the music bookshop beside combo shop that time before it was renovated. You know, I remember seeing this Yngwie Malmsteen. I was big into him last time. Yngwie Malmsteen tablature book. So it cost about $50. So I couldn't afford. So I remembered picking out that particular solo, the song Fire and Ice. Still remember, and trying to memorize the tablature bar by bar. And I went outside, sat on the floor, and scribbled the tablature on a piece of paper, and so that I can remember. Then I went in like a few more times just to memorize part of the solo, and came outside, copy, went in again, memorized 14, 13, 12, 11, try to remember, okay, come out 14, 13, 12. You have to want something hard enough, and you have to be hungry enough for something, you know, before you can actually achieve something, which is what I was lucky. I was in that era that I didn't have much resources. So it really boils down to how much you want it. And also another problem is the distraction. There's just too much stuff going on. There's too much material out there. You get distracted. You do not know where to focus. You don't know what to focus on, and that's where you lose out. I mean, if I were to choose, I would definitely go for learning the hard way, because you know, as the Chinese they say lah, you know, 只要功夫深，铁棒磨成针 So you have to really work at it until the thing, that metal rod becomes a needle. You know, that's a lot of hard work, but the fruits of your labor will be seen. You know, you really be able to reap what you sow.
Fish cakes and rye bread. You heard when I said wait.
I think the best advice is come from inside. It has to come from inside. You have to be continually inspired and continually passionate about playing guitar. Be it guitar, can be a bass or drums, whichever, keyboards, violins, saxophone. You know, whatever you're playing, you have to be continually inspired by the instrument, and of course the underlying thing is inspired by music, because it's music, it's the love of music that makes you want to play that instrument, to express that kind of music. So you have to be in love with it. You have to be crazy over it, you know, passion, and also be willing to continually improve and not just be complacent, just oh, I can do this and that, or I'm doing a 4-night-a-week gig. I'm making money, okay, I'll stop there, I'll continue doing this. Yeah, but you never know when the gigs are gonna run dry, you know. So just by staying relevant, you gotta stay relevant, keep improving, and keep the passion going. And I think this will bring you very far.